Hey guys, welcome to my movie review YouTube channel. Yes, this is the first show of the hopefully many. I have seen 27 films in theaters this year and plan to see many more. So, but I thought it was about time I started doing a movie review blog because I love the movies. I mean, who doesn't? The movies are the best. They are what defines us, and truly, when Nicole Kidman says, "We come to this place for magic," it's true. We do go to the movies for magic. It takes us to different worlds and places that we never thought we could explore in life, and there's something very beautiful about that. So, anyways, on with the show. So, I got to see two movies this past weekend. One was very good. The other one was, well, it was a movie that existed. So, but we'll talk more about that second one later. But I do want to start off by talking about one of the best Pixar movies I've seen in a very, very long time. And that is, of course, Elio. Elio is a very unique story, very original, one that Pixar's never really done before. And basically, it's about Elio, who is a space fanatic. He wants to be abducted by aliens and must save an alien race from a threat of intergalactic proportions once he does get abducted. Now, if that doesn't sound unique, I mean, what doesn't? What does? I don't know. Anyways, most movies you don't want to be abducted by aliens, but this kid Elio wants to be abducted by aliens, and that to me is why Pixar stands out above the rest because there's nothing like it. I'm telling you, this kid is amazing, and he's very likable. He's very relatable. So a lot of us have moments where we feel like we're alone, and that's kind of how Elio feels. He's very unique, very outgoing. He's got a lot of bullies. I think we've all been there, where we love something so much that we're willing to do anything for that thing, but other people may see that as kind of weird or odd. But is truly, truly remarkable. One of the best things about this movie is the fact that it is beautiful, visually stunning, one of the most beautiful Pixar movies I've ever seen. It's got all these intergalactic planets and color schemes and just different colors and just crazy spacey animation, and it's just it's like nothing you've ever seen before. It's truly truly remarkable. Pixar should be very proud of this one. Now, there's not much I didn't like about the film. I'm trying to think. No, I mean it's really really hard to point out the dislikes. I'm sure it's not a perfect film. There's probably something that I probably didn't quite like about it somewhere, but it's such a good movie. It's hard to kind of pinpoint what that would be. So that's pretty amazing if you think about that way. So yeah, it's just Pixar is they're so good at being unique. It's remarkable. There's very few Pixar movies that I don't watch and just have moments of awe when I'm watching them. I didn't really like The Good Dinosaur. I know. I didn't really care for Cars 2, but other than that, I mean, Pixar always makes you cry. I'll admit, I teared up a little bit during this film. I did. I thought there were moments where because there are times where I felt like I was the outcast in life. And times I still may feel that way these days, but I think we all feel that way. I think that as humans, we just feel like we shouldn't like certain things because other people may think that's weird, and I think we need to get away from that. I think that's something that shouldn't be a thing. I think we should all be our own people and all appreciate everything that we can appreciate. And that is the message behind the film, the deeper message of being unique and also like the message of not necessarily giving in to what your family wants because it will make them happy. It's like when you go into certain careers because that's what your family wants. Similar thing. So do what makes you happy and having that courage to approach your family members and tell them that I really this isn't what I want to do. I want to do the thing that makes me happy, and that is another beautiful message behind this film. This film really speaks to a lot of people, and I think a lot of people are going to love this film. I really do. I thought it was spectacular. Um, we got a pretty decent voice cast. We got Jonas. I can't say his last name, but Jonas. Kibriab, I think. He plays Elio, and he is kind of a newcomer. I know he was in Obi-Wan as one of the younglings, the series, and he really did a great job portraying this character. You felt for him. And I know it's kind of hard to judge acting based on voice acting, but he really was remarkable. I'm sure this kid is going to go very far in life, and yeah, I really related to the character, and I really related to to him a lot. So the voice actor of Jonas did a very good job with that. You also have Zoe Saldana. We all know her from Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy, and she's done. She was in Avatar. I don't remember her character's name, but she was in that. She's done a lot, and she played his aunt Olga, um, who tries to be there for him, but doesn't always understand the way he thinks, and she just wants to have this good connection with him, and often she feels like they miss that connection, and they really don't have a lot in common, but you know that there's a transition moment where it's beautiful. It's one of those moments where you're like, yeah, awesome. They can really get along. um, we have Remy Edgar Lee plays Glorden, which is that alien friend that Elio befriends in space in that planet when he gets abducted, and the bond they have is really beautiful. And he's kind of a comedic character in a way. He's kind of like the Russell if you think about it from Up. He might be a little annoying at times, but he really is a good friend, and he means well. He's just an outcast in that, but it's a lot of fun. So, and then of course, one of the other actors I'll talk about who played the villain Lord Grygon. This is Brad Garrett, great voice actor. We all know him from Ratatouille. He played Gusteau. He was Hook Hand Thug in Tangled, and of course, he was Eeyore in Christopher Robin, the live action film that came out a while back. And he always does such a great job. He has this kind of menacing voice about him, but also very cartoony. And I think he really did a remarkable job in this film, as he always does. So yeah, so that's Elio. Elio is great. I recommend seeing it. It's good for kids. It's good for adults. Kids at heart, of course, which we all are. I know I am. Definitely check that one out. Bring the family because it is a remarkable piece that I couldn't recommend more to anybody. Looking for a great film to watch with family or just by yourself. I watched it alone, and I think that's great. Nothing wrong with that. So, anyways, I think Pixar is back, everybody. I know we've had moments where we're kind of like, I don't know about that. Pixar is back, and I can guarantee that. Now, I did think about a couple things that I disliked about it, but not. It's not even that big a deal. It's just I missed the Pixar short films before. There's nothing like watching these films like Jerry's Game or For the Birds or um, just any of those great shorts, and we missed it. I missed those. I wish they'd bring them back before the films because that's just one of the things that I think's missing from it. As well as I did hear that the bloopers were going to be back in this film, so I got really excited, but there were no bloopers. So I know the ones at Toy Story 2 are a lot of fun. So that would have been something, if anything. But yeah, you know what? Doesn't matter. The movie was very good, and Pixar is back, and I'm gonna score Elio an 8.5 out of 10. Very, very, very good, and one of my new favorite Pixar films for sure. Anyways, now we're gonna switch gears a little bit. So um, the whole idea of this was actually I was just going to review Elio, but then I decided, well, I'm seeing 28 years later the next day, so why don't I do zombies and aliens? It makes sense. They're two otherworldly creatures, and they they're a little scary for some people, anyways. Um, 28 years later, when I saw this trailer, I was just like, oh man, this movie's gonna be so good. It's gonna be such a great zombie film. And yeah, when I saw the movie, it didn't quite deliver the way I wanted it to. But let's talk about it, shall we? Anyway, so 28 years later is a follow up to the film with Cillian Murphy, 28 Days Later. I did not actually ever see that film. I should have probably watched it first. I read a quick like synopsis about it, but anyways, 28 Years Later is the follow-up, and basically it's a group of pandemic survivors, zombie pandemics. They live on in an exile and with protection to the outside world, to the infected, but eventually a father son becomes of age for him to take him out and show him the real world, which of course is barren. There's creatures, there's infected zombies. You got to be careful. Watch your back everywhere you go. And then as they do this journey, the boy learns about some of the horrors and the wonders and the secrets of the infected. So yeah, it sounds like it could be interesting, right? It does. It's just it was missing something for me. I don't know what it was, but it was missing something that makes zombie films remarkable. Um, I will say something really cool about it, and a little fun fact if you guys didn't know. They used an iPhone to film basically the whole film. So when you're watching it, it's all on iPhone, and it's crazy to see what iPhones can do because the technology that we've got in the world has really, really gone far beyond what we ever thought we'd have. We used to have back in the day, not in my day, but they used to have the cameras that really black and white cameras, all that. It was just it's changed immensely, and the fact that you can film a whole movie on an iPhone to me just speaks to how amazing and how far we've come in the world, and so for the people involved in the film, I think props to you for being able to do that and put yourself out there via iPhone. It's crazy. Anyways, so but yeah, the trailer gave me a lot more hope. I don't know, the movie it became very zany and very silly at points where you're like, that was that even necessary? I don't know that that was something that had to be done. So yeah, it's I don't know, it's interesting. But there was some good acting, so there were some pretty decent acting moments. So I'll talk about that now. Jodie Comer, she was playing the role of Isla, and she delivered a great, great, great acting moment. And I'm telling you, like I was blown away by her performance in this film. She plays the mother who is going through something, and she's not doing well herself. But it's hard because they don't have doctors in this world because of well, the infection. They don't want to be infected, so it's hard when you're not doing great and you don't really have anybody to look at you. So that was it was a little bit rough, but she did such a good job. I was blown away by her. Aaron Taylor Johnson, of course, plays Jamie, the father of the Spike, who we'll talk about in a moment, and he was very good as well. He's always good, even in movies that aren't good. Craven, he did a good job, and yeah, and of course Quicksilver in Age of Ultron. Rest in peace. Spoiler if you haven't seen it, but it's been out for a long time. So, anyways, I digress. So, and then Ralph Fiennes. Yes, Ralph Fiennes is amazing. Voldemort. I mean, there's no better person I can think to be in a film about zombies than Ralph Fiennes, and he played Dr. Kelson, a kind of psychotic doctor, kind of an outcast from the world, and he was fantastic. Definitely one of my favorite performances I've seen. So while the movie wasn't great, he was a highlight for me. And then Alfie Williams is a child actor, and he plays the role of Spike, who is the kind of the hero of our story in a way. He's got the secrets. He discovers everything that a lot of people don't know about the infected, and he kind of helps a lot of people out, which is crazy to me. And he does such a good job. That's Alfie Williams. I've never really seen anything else he's done, but I was very impressed by his performance. Not so much impressed by the movie, though. As I said, there was some really cool camera work, some good cinematography, some really neat fight sequences with cool camera angles and things. That's why it's going to get a little bit bigger score. But story wise, it was lacking, and it left me a little bit disappointed. So yeah, not the greatest, but you know what? I saw one really really good movie. So, and when you're watching, so many movies a year, it's you're bound to have some that aren't the best. So 28 years later, I'm gonna give that a 5 out of 10. So half, mostly because I'm just very impressed with the iPhone idea and just the fact that there's some cool camera angles. So there you go. That is my review for those two films, everybody. And I am so grateful for you watching this video. There will be a lot more reviews. I'm going to be reviewing a lot of other movies I see in theaters this year. I'm going to review older films that I've watched this year that I didn't really get a chance. This was before I started the channel. I'm also going to be reviewing re-releases such as Jaws, of course, the 50th anniversary of Jaws. So stay tuned for that as well. But in the meantime, I will continue posting reviews, and I hope you enjoy this. And I'm looking forward to sharing my passion with everybody. I love the movies so much. There's to me, there's nothing like the movies, and I'm so grateful I finally took the opportunity to start this YouTube channel. So, anyways, I think that's a wrap. So I will see you at the movies. Bye now. Take it easy.